Hello, everyone. In this episode, we will explore some follow-up applications. In the previous episode, we introduced the use of AI to identify these positions. Now, we are going to create some reference points. Sometimes, when the model cannot accurately identify the hands and body, we can directly create these points. However, this may result in some inaccurate positions. Firstly, the first step is to locate the center of the model. Then you need to set the pivot. You can move the pivot to the middle of the model, because it might be initially above or below. For a rough position, the system will create an approximate point based on the pivot's distance. First, we need to, for example, let's mark this triangle first. The system will first mark this model, then create a group like this. Alright, click this feature again. The system will create corresponding points based on the model's approximation. Shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingers are represented with 5 different colors, according to different positions. Arrange them according to the requirements mentioned in the previous lecture. After arranging them, click this button again, and it will symmetrize left and right. Now, we can start creating the cartoon rig. At this point, there is already a pre-created rig. First, let's hide the reference points. Alright, add weights. Just like the normal way of adding weights, create a node named skin. After adding, add bones. All the bones in this rig have a unified name prefix, which is ACSkinRig. Okay, select all with the prefix ACSkinRig. Add them. These are the bones we need to add weights to. But these are initial default weights. Currently, there is no automatic weight calculation feature. So, for now, we need to manually paint them. Here is a character with properly refreshed weights. Now, let's discuss the IFC switch, as well as some specific settings and scaling. First, create this set of bones. Next, perform the IFC switch for the arms. Now, clicking here will switch to FK. Blue indicates FK and red indicates IC. Like this. This side too. The red one is this controller. It's the controller for the IC hand. Pull it like this. After pulling it to its limit, it will enter a stretched state. These bones are now in action. Alright, next is the IFC switch for the body. Let's take a look at the switching effect. Now it's FK. Alright, click here to switch to IC. There's a stretching and shrinking effect here, including the upper body, which can be stretched into the air. Because the hands are in IC, they are fixed, so it can be naturally stretched upwards. We hold down the L key, right-click on this, transform to 0, and it will return to the initial position. The neck can also be stretched. The head can be enlarged using this controller. Similarly, we can also shrink. Scaling cannot be done. You can set it here. Set it to 100. Alright, these 3 have been set back. If you don't use this control panel, on this FK IC controller, there is a numerical value. Left to right is 0 to 100. 0 is FK. 100 is IC. Here too, go to set this panel. Alright, the body switch is on this controller. It's either 0 or 1. For example, without this panel. To set the body's IC FK, it's done through this controller. The legs IC FK are the same. Set to 1 here. Here is 100. It turns red, indicating IC, including this stretch. It has also been stretched open through this panel for the convenience of everyone to set. Sometimes, after switching to IC, if you want the whole arm to be normal while maintaining the bending relationship without breaking, we need to set it. The initial length of one arm. Alright, here, you can go and set it. The length of one arm, we set it to 2 here. Click SET. Its whole arm has been elongated. At this point, bend it back. It bends at this length. After exceeding this length, it will contract this arm on the side as well. You can also set it to 2. That is, it's twice as long. If you want to retract it, just set it to 1. Alright, including the legs. Switch to IK first. For example, the left leg. This is its thigh. This is the calf. Its default is like this. It can also stretch. Alright, we want to retract it. You can also, if you don't set it here, it's IK, the initial length of the hand. It's on the IK controller's box. There's one here, arm. It's the ratio of the forearm to the upper arm. Now it's 1. It's its default state. Legs. It's on its foot. This controller, thigh, calf. It's the thigh and calf, including the arm. For example, let's set it. Set this to 2. Set this to 2. It's back to normal. Here we go to set. The legs are the same. Set it to 2. This part here is also set to 2. This is to facilitate everyone. To set it in batches, we set it to 1. At this time, we want to set its arm twist, which is its weight, is on each this small bone. For each arm, there are 3 bones. For example, its upper arm has 3 bones. Each controls the 3 segments of the upper arm. So, this controller can also control this, each segment's small bone, just like this. A square controller, we pull it up. You can twist it. This is also possible through this square controller to control this, each segment of the small bone, the sub-bone of a twisting movement, including movement. Rotation is possible. The hand can also twist. These 3 controllers can all control the movement of the entire wrist. How to animate? Of course, it depends on your needs. The entire arm, scaling the palm, is on this yellow controller. This controller can scale the entire finger. Each segment can also be enlarged. This controller can also return to the initial position. We have another setting. In this setting below, we want to change its scaling effect. For example, pull it this much. I want to collapse this section more. Let's choose this purple box. This green one is our bind bone. This purple box is to control, equivalent to a parent object. We're here to set its contraction. Here, you can see a property, -0.4. It means that when we stretch, its contraction amplitude is -0.4. Here, we can set it, its value. Of course, this can also be set here, but it must. All 3 values are the same. Its contraction effect is correct. For example, here, we set it to -1. Let's click on set. You can see it shrinks smaller. Of course, we can also make it larger. We set it to 1. When we pull, it becomes larger, not smaller. You see, when we return to the correct value, it goes back. When we stretch, it becomes larger. These can be set in batches. We select these in batches. Purple controllers, we set it to 0. It won't shrink. We set it to -1. It all shrinks, including the legs. The legs are the same, including the torso of the body. It's the same. This is the shrinkage of FK. Let's talk about the shrinkage of IK. The shrinkage of IK. It's all in this base controller. There's a scaling attribute. Let's talk about scaling like this. Pull it. It has scaling, including here as well. The body is also here. It's in the middle. Its shrinkage value is -1. Let's change it to 0. It's a straight up and down effect. There is no shrinkage. You can also change it to enlarge. For the legs, it's in this triangle, a triangle symbol. On top of this, there's also, like this, it scales, including inside. The shrink effect can also be controlled by setting this purple box. We set to 0. It has no shrinkage effect. This feature is to show or hide our binding bones, including the box. only leaving the controllers. It's a bit more concise. That's how this feature works. Thank you, everyone.